All right, guys, welcome back to Logical Thinking. This is part 2 on the under $1,000 vehicle of the Ford Expedition 2004. I'm gonna do some of the maintenance work I talked about on the first video. Right now I'm going to bleed the brakes. Let's take a look at some of the stuff we got back here for it. So this is the old filter. Wasn't in bad condition, but it came with a deal. Got some carb cleaner, some bottles of brake fluid, Lucas oil stabilizer. I'm using 10W30 on it, full synthetic, with the matching filter and a new air filter and the pulley. So first thing I'm gonna do is bleed the brakes. I'm gonna use this cheap Harbor Freight bleeder. I do have one that is way better than this, but I lost a piece to it. It's my brother's actually. I lost a piece to it, so I don't know what happened to it. So I can't use that right now. So we're gonna use this. I'm gonna fill this up with some brake fluid, put it on the master cylinder, and start bleeding it. All right, so let me get this all set up, and this placed on the rear for this caliper, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're underneath the car now. See more of the rust. I got this hooked up. That's probably from my leak is coming from my hose, not from the tool. I had to break it loose with a 10mm ratchet, so it's already loose. Now I use the wrench to get it a little loose, get it started, and let's see what happens now. Don't really want to aerate it, so I don't want to do it too fast. Alright. Getting a good flow. More really tiny bubbles coming out of it now. Once I see that solid stream, then I'll know this one's done. Alright, so I'm going to finish this one up, knock out the other 4, and let you know when the brakes are all done. The other 3, my bad, not 4. All right, so we just got all 4 calipers bled, and it's off the jack now. Wheel back on, and the brake pedal feels amazing, nice and good. So now we're gonna get this pulley put on. I gotta take this out of here. That kept it topped off. Be careful with that, because it almost messed me up. For some reason it wouldn't go down. I had the valve open and I looked at it and I seen that it was still full, and I was like, huh. I looked at it, it was less than half. I tapped it and a whole bunch of fluid just started coming down. So you got to be careful when using that. But we're topped up right there. All new fluid in there. Get this closed off. I see no leaks in the lines. Brake feels good. Just what time will tell. So let's grab this pulley. Let's grab this pulley right here. 90mm pulley. This is our new pulley. No play. Gonna get this put on. Get the belt put back on. And then we'll do the oil change. Start her up. All right, let me get this put on and I'll be back. Okay, we got the pulley installed right here. Sounds smooth, no play. But I thought I checked it yesterday. Pretty sure I did. I guess I was just checking for Play-Doh and just spinning it and seeing, oh, okay, it spins freely. But just now spinning it fast. Hear that? That's not good. So I'm gonna stop what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna run to the auto parts store and I'm gonna go get another one. Both of those pulleys will be brand new. I mean, even the one on the belt tension doesn't sound too great. All right. I'm gonna get that one replaced. And probably when I do the power steering pump, I'll put a new tensioner on there. Before I go to the store though, I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil changed out. I just drained the oil and changed the filter. So now I'm gonna put in the oil. All right, so I decided to try this at a different point of view with the GoPro mounted on my head. It's kind of hard to do all this stuff with one hand. So I'm gonna get the Lucas in first, and then I'll use the oil to wash it down. This Lucas is thick, so it takes a while to get down. That's why we're doing this first. Yeah, I probably should have just did this straight into the engine rather than through this skinny little funnel. Have a bigger funnel, just don't know where it's at. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it through the engine directly. All right, she's out of there. You don't have to put this stuff if you don't want to. Some people may not like it. I like it. Just gets a little messy. But what on a car doesn't get messy? Oh shit, that was horrible. We're gonna have some smoke when we start up. See if I can wipe some of this off. Yeah, that doesn't help. It's gonna have to just burn off. But put that there. Wipe off this top. Get the cap put back on. Let me do this part right here first. Open it up. All right, so the battery on my GoPro died. Replaced it, so for the most part it looks better than it was. I can actually see clearly in there. I stuck the throttle body to be up on open, stuck on open with my oil filter pliers, so that stuff can evaporate out of there. I don't want to turn it on with too much of it in there and then backfires. So we got everything done that we could pretty much get done for now. The only thing that's left to do for now is to go to the store and get that pulley I said I was gonna get. So now I'm gonna do that, because once I get that pulley on there, I can turn her over, listen to her. Just let me run to the store and go get that now. All right, so I'm back from the store with the new pulley, so we can get this new pulley on. O'Reilly's Napas. Notice that the O'Reilly one has like a groove in the back. Nappa's is completely smooth. The OEM ones that came off here, I believe they're OEM, were smooth like Nappa's. All right, put that in there. Put this rusty, crusty bolt back in. All right, let's move this. Things are starting to get messy. Things are getting in my way. Get these keys off. All right. Thread it in by hand. Nice and tight.
Oh, hey, I thought you left.
Nope.
Where's Bubba?
Inside. All right. Now let's get this belt put on. Grab our belt. Make sure it's still sitting on there good. Everywhere seated good, it looks good. Maybe push it back a little bit on this pulley. And even on this one, I'll probably push it back a little bit. Yeah, so because that pulley looked like that, I'm gonna go down there and check. Make sure it's on the compressor good. All right, feels good on the compressor. All right, take my 1/2 inch out. Still doesn't sound great, but it sounds better than it did. See what happens when I give it throttle. Definitely need some motor mounts. Yeah, if you see light smoke, it's because of the oil I spilled on it. I don't think that, I think that coil pack is probably still bad. 20 in there. Don't smoke up the exhaust. All right, got 20 with the injector cleaner. So that transmission doesn't sound too great. I think it's slipping. Since it's a cheap car, I might just try to put some transmission fix in it. Stumbling. Idle's good though. Oh yeah, that's definitely slipping right there. All right guys, so it's another day after working on the Expedition yesterday. I had it on the road driving, and I took it to the gas station to get gas, drove it around a little bit, and unfortunately after I brought it back, parked it, and went to go to drive it again, when I threw it in reverse, it took reverse, but when I went to put it into drive, it wouldn't take drive. So I kind of know that these transmissions are known for the band around the forward drum breaking, and when I was test driving it, it was slipping. The transmission was slipping, and I was giving it a lot of gas. I was giving it hard gas. I didn't know if it's because it's been sitting for 16 months or not, or whatever, and maybe just hoping, you know, the fluid needs to get through. Maybe there's gunk in there that's probably stuck in the oil filter, the transmission filter, which is why I intended to change it anyways. And when I was revving it high, I was giving it gas, and it started slipping, and I heard something, you know, just going clunk, 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 clunk. And then out of nowhere, it started driving almost perfect, and that's when I brought it back. I'm assuming, you know, before it's like, you know what they say, things usually, when things are about to go completely to shit, they get better for a second. So that was probably its like last leg of life before that band snapped. So I did, off camera, I did try dropping the pan and replacing the filter, which is right there on the grass. Doing that, I added some new fluid into it, about 4 or 5 quarts, whatever came out of the pan. It's not 12 or 13, whatever it is, 4.7 or 13, because the transmission body itself still holds it. It's whatever was in the pan. So I replaced that, got it back in there, and I put some transmission treatment just to see if that would help. But honestly, when I took out the pan, man, that thing was gunked full of metal. The magnet was about 3 times its size, full of metal magnetized to it. So the moment I dropped the pan, I knew the transmission was done. I was like, yeah, the transmission's done. But I still tried it anyways. And it did absolutely nothing. So yeah, that'll be the end of the video. I do plan on continuing this project. Now, It's about whether it's worth it or not anymore. But honestly, I don't really care if it's worth it or not. It's more like something that just keeps me busy, keeps me going, just gives me something to do. So yeah, I'm still gonna, now I'm deciding whether I want to junkyard transmission, pull the transmission from the junkyard, because we got to keep this cheap. I'm not gonna go buy a brand new rebuilt transmission, none of that. And then also if not junkyard transmission, then dropping it and rebuilding it myself, which I've never rebuilt a transmission before, but hey, there's a first time for everything. So those are the options. I'm gonna do one of them. Hopefully the rust doesn't stop me from doing that. And yeah, so if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button, and let's see if we can get this expedition back and running good.